everyone! Welcome to Thoughts and Treasures. My name is Connie and this is my craft room. Today I am going to be working on this little kit. It is our cow chalkboard, if I can talk today. It does not have to necessarily be a chalkboard. I am not going to make it a chalkboard. If you use chalk paint, obviously you can make it into a chalkboard. I am actually going to use the word welcome and just make it like a little sign. This is done on my Cricut and I'm going to show you how to apply that also. So if you're new to me, I want to welcome you in. Please come hang out with me. I do videos all the time on my page. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram as Thoughts and Treasures. Please come follow. I'm trying to think what else I could say. Let's get started. First of all, I want to tell you about my kits. I do laser cut them, and this one particularly is done in a 1/4 inch, and the top is done in 1/8 inch. With my 1/4 inch kits, you will find that there is a masking on them. That is just to help protect the wood. So I'm going to show you, maybe. I don't know where my thing is, and I really don't want to use this really good one. Yikes. Prepared. Oh, here it is. Never mind, I found it. I don't want to use my very good picker. So I just use, this is just a vinyl weeding tool. I got it many years ago with a vinyl that I got, and it came free. But with this thicker piece, you're going to see, this is what the masking looks like. Some of it will be on the back just because it has to curl over, so, but you just want to simply pick this off. I do sell my kits, so if this is just a reference, if you're watching, you'll understand. Now you'll see that there's a score mark here where the line goes. You're just going to simply rip these off. They just come up very nicely. You can use your fingernails. You don't have to use this. I just don't have fingernails. So we used a little help. So just like that, that way now you have a nicer piece of wood. So with the thicker wood, depending on what laser you have, with the thicker wood you can get more scorch marks, and it'll just, you know, if you're going to paint it, it's going to be fine anyway, but this will just help prevent, you know, having that to paint over all of that. Sometimes the scorch is good because it helps give you that rusticy look without even having to try for it. So I'm going to paint this up, and I'm going to talk you through what I'm doing and all that good stuff. First things first, this is a me thing. Please do not take offense to it, but I like to do the back. Some people don't care if the back is done or not. I am going to give this just a black. Oh, look, that's just brand new. How about we use the one that's not open? I'd like to do all the backs in a very beautiful black color. Just makes it easy. I am actually going to do this part, which is going to be the chalkboard. I'm going to do that black too, but we're going to do the front first. I mean the back first, and just get that done and get it dried up. I just using black because it just covers everything up. You are going to get some scorch marks from the laser also. And again, whatever you use, you know, even if you use white, you can definitely cover it up. I just, you know, if you're not going to see the back, what does it matter what color you do it? So I just like to have it finished. I just think it looks more complete. And that's a me thing. You're fine with it. I don't see it from my house. I always say that. You're the one who has to look at it, not me. And I'm not one of those crafters that will say, oh, well, I'll just do that after. No. It takes 5 minutes to do, so we'll just get it done. Oh, all right. That looks about good. Now we're going to give this a quick dry. But anyway, if you guys are new, I do want to welcome you into my craft room. We do lots of fun craft kits on here, and by we I mean me. I just don't like to, get the black on the front. And we're going to make this a cute little town. All of my kits are for sale that I do on here. So if you ever see anything that you are interested in, you are more than welcome to message me. I do have a website, boxytreasures.com. However, it is not set up for taking orders. I know, it sounds weird, but I'm a one-person show here right now, and you know, who knows what's going to hold in the future. But for now, I'm a one-person. I'll two people. It's me and Rossers. But for now, it's just the two of us, and it's just easier if orders go directly through me rather than, you know, oops, I forgot that. Oops, I don't know where that went. Oh my God, then I would feel bad. So, technically, I think I'm going to do the white first, just in case I get the black, and, you know. So let's get some white out. Because I'm going to do my cowie all white. My cowie. And I'll probably need to do 2 coats on him. So we're going to do all of the top part in white. And I'm just going to, I mean, the score mark is not there for anything but placement and dividing. So this is going to be covered up with this piece. Oh, because it goes this way. I'm like, how does that? Never mind. Look, this is a recorded video, but I'm gonna tell you, you get all of the. I'm like, why? How does that work? Wait a minute. Upside down, Connie. Okay. Look, crafting is supposed to be fun. If you can't make it fun, then it's not worth it. Cow spots are just random, so, you know, don't overthink this either. Oh, you know, because this does not have any kind of score marks for the spots. You just do what you think is what it's going to look like. Now, my kits do come with pictures. That does not mean that's what you have to do them. You can do this brown cow if you wanted to. You know, they're out there. And I'm going to just make sure that I go. I don't want to get the, I mean, can always paint over, but. And I'm going to dry this in between coats. But this is going to definitely need a couple coats. And I'm just using apple barrel. Actually, my black is folk art, and the white is apple barrel. So I'm just using the regular acrylic paints. You can use any brand you want. You can use paint markers if you'd like. It's a lot of area to cover with a paint marker, but you know, if that's, look, I could sit here. I think painting is very relaxing. So to me, I could sit here with a little tiny marker, and I mean a paintbrush, and paint this, and I would have a field day. But sometimes you just don't have the time for that. And I may not want him completely full coverage, but I do want him a little bit darker than this, that's for sure. Because I might dingy him up a little bit. Let's go to the side. Again, we're just going to go around these little hoofs. Not hoofs. What are these things called? His horns. Alright, let's give it one more dry, and let's see if we can do one more coat on it, or leave it like this. So these kits are very easy to put together. You'll see it here in a little bit after I get everything painted that I do use just regular super glue, wood glue. There's lots of different glues that you can use. However, I choose to use the super glue wood glue from the Dollar Tree until it goes away. I mean, who knows what Dollar Tree's doing. There's just not a lot of inventory here lately into my store. Not sure what's going on, but until... Oh, that fell down. Oopsie. Hold on. Let me grab that. Where did it go? Until I can't get it anymore, but you can use like Loctite, or not, like Tight Bond, I think it's called. There's just, I mean, there's so many different options, but I think I'm going to go with that. I think that's pretty good. It's still a little kind of not fully covered, which is what I want, and I think I'm okay with that. I am going to, while I have this out, and I have the white out, I'm going to do the white. So I'm going to do the frame in white. So I'm going to just get all my white pieces. And his hooks need to be done in white. I'm just going to put these on here. And then his little muzzly thing is, we're going to do that in peach. So again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to leave the bottom part black. We're just going to go over it. Trying to do a straight line with a foam brush, that's pretty difficult. We got it though. Alright. Give it a quick dry. And then we're going to do this again. Let's start with this one. And like I said, if you guys are new to watching, welcome in. I do hope you'll become part of our family here, and not sure where you're watching from, but I am on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all under Thoughts to Treasure. So please come follow all of the good stuff. You can even watch my videos on my website. And if you go to my website, you can look at all the past videos, since I know Facebook does take them down after, wait a minute, I know I need to do the thing, deletes them, deletes lives after 30 days, but not the videos. Oh, shoot. Hold on, we gotta, that's okay, we can probably put a spot there, because I got black on him, so it's okay. It's all okay. And we're going to get the frame done. But if anybody is interested in any of the kits that I do in this video, or oh, this is only one video, or one craft, but if you see anything that you are interested in, you can more than just message me. More than happy to help you. I don't have any place to hold on to. Get this dry and we'll give it another coat. Always good to dry in between. Coat on, and I may actually do 3 coats for this because I do want it to be a little bit brighter, whereas my little cow might be a little bit more dingy. And again, you can do this in any color. This is just what I'm doing. Let's dry it again, and I think I'm going to do 1 more coat on it, and we should be good with this. Actually, just put a tiny bit more white on here. I'm just trying not to get it over to the side because I like that dark laser look. If you don't, you can always paint the sides. But I just think it's too much trouble. And I do like that laser look. Alright, I think I'm done with the white. Get a little baby wipe here, crafter's best friend. Get this dry real quick. And then we could put this to the side a minute. We don't need that anymore, so that's just going to go over top of it. Why do I just think this should be the top, and it's not. It should not dry all the way, but it's going to go on there like that. Then we're going to set that to the side, and we're going to come back to this little guy because I'm going to paint his bottom part black while I have my brush still here. Now, I really don't need to go to the tippy top here, and I'm not going to because that's going to be covered, and I don't want a chance taking on putting the black into the white. So I'm not going to worry about that tiny little bit right there. See how I left that? I mean, you can paint the whole thing, but that part's going to be covered anyway, so... And I did have this kit in my live sale. I want to say it was in March. It might have been the end of March. And if you're not familiar with my live sales, I do them every Sunday, which is a good time to get because I do give discounts to those that purchase on the live sale itself. The price is already included. The price that I give you on the live sale is the discounted price. If you then look at my website and I have them listed, or if you message me, the price is more. So I always do printables, stickers, DTF transfers, and not a bunch, but a couple of each. And then wood kits also. So if it's something you're interested in, please come join. All right, I'm not going to bother drying this at the time. Right now I'm just going to put that to the side, and I'm going to come over here and do his little hoobsies. And I think I'm going to actually use a different brush because, I don't know, I feel like I'm going to get white over everything. I mean black over everything. So just come in. See, I could paint a whole thing with this tiny little brush. This one, and I have a little spot there, so that's where I'm going to put his little spot on his foot. And remember, cow spots are random. There is no two cows that are alike, so don't stress about, oh my gosh, where am I going to put, what does the spot look like? Don't. It's a cow. It's just a cow. He's fine. He'll be okay. So I'm going to put those over here to dry. And I'm going to find me some peach. I may find some peach. There we go. We're going to use some peach. And I'm going to use this for his muzzle. I don't know. Peach is a hard color to find, so you can always do like a very light tan color. Peach might be too much. I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm going to do his two little nostrils, the same thing. Now this kit does come with a flower. I'm going to try something different. And I'm going to put a, not a real flower, but I'm going to put a fake flower on it instead. And I'm going to try and see if I like it before I paint the flower up, and then I'll use the flower for something else. Let that dry for a second. Come over here and do these two little guys. And again, I'm trying to stay off of the side because I want to keep that dark laser look. Alright, now we're going to just stick the tape to my finger. Let's give this a quick dry, and then give it another coat. Actually, I'm going to leave it just like that, because it's got it. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. Because it's kind of... Oh, shit, hold on. It's just more rustic. Rustic. I am going to take, and I always do this, and I'm going to do it with the other one too. I'm not sanding off, I'm just sanding the paint fibers down. So when you paint something the paint causes the wood fibers, and I say paint fibers all the time, the wood fibers to come up, so it just gives it a smoother look. And I'm going to do that with all of these. And again, I'm not sanding anything off. I'm just sanding very, very lightly. Huh. And this is where I got it on the side, so I'm just going to see if I can, yep, take it right on off. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this. So when you go to glue things together, when you go to lay your vinyl on, I'm going to try this real quick. This is a little thin. It just gives it a better surface to lay it onto. Just very, very lightly. Unless you want that scratched off look. Just very, very lightly, and it just gives it a smoother surface. Hardly putting any pressure down on it. Alright, let me do the same thing with his little feetsies. I like to do all my pieces. And if for some reason you do scratch off too much, and you just paint it back up. Alright, put that back over there. Now, next thing I'm going to do, well actually I'm going to, use, we're going to paint his little antlers, his horns. I'm going to call them everything but what they actually are by the time I'm done. Alright, I'm going to use some nutmeg brown, just because I mean you could use umber, darker color, darker brown. You can use any brown you want, really. This is a cow. You could use black if you wanted to. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm just going to paint this very slowly because I don't want to get the brown on the white. Voila. I think that's a perfect color. Get these dry real quick. Next we're going to pick some spots to paint some black spots on him. And I'm going to get another brush because I put the black one in there, but I wanted a nice, this one might work. I want a nice pointy brush. That one over there wasn't too bad. Alright, so I'm just going to, and again, they do not have to be perfectly round. You can make them, you know, however you want to do it. So I'm just going to, I know I want to cover up this spot over here, so I'm going to offload some of this. I want, and then I think I'm going to put a little one over here too. Too much. His feet aren't that big, so I don't want to go overboard. So, see how I did that? I just kind of, they're not perfectly, you know, uniform. They're bristly. I don't know what other word you want to use for it. I know all of the correct terminology for crafting, so, and I use it. It's just what it is. Let's see let's just do one here. And then we're going to put a small one, let's just say over here. Just simple like that. Now I may have to go back, because I just thought about, I'm going to have to do the back of these black, because you're going to see them on the other side. But we'll do that. We'll let that dry first, and then get back to that. The cow part. Alright, I'm going to think a second. I'm going to think where I'm going to put some cow feathers. Cow spots. I think I want to put one on both sides here. And I guess one on each side here. Well, let me see where this is going to go. Let me put this up here, because I don't want to hide my spots. He's going to go like that. So I'm going to hold this here, because I want to put one over here, and I want to put one over here. Just kind of get my form first. And then let's do one over here. Trying to make it more and just play with it until you get the spot that you like. And I'm going to put just at the tip of his ear. Right here. I'm going to put one over here too. I don't know. And then I'm going to put right around the top. Let's see. This is where it might be a little tricky. I kind of want to, I don't want to go over the horns. I'm going to call them an antler again. Put a little bit at the top. All right, now let me dry this real quick. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I want to make him look a little, well, let me put this on first. try. I'm gonna do spots down here. And I think I'm gonna make these spots just a little bit bigger because most of it's gonna be hidden, so let's just again, they're cow spots. They're random. And yet I feel like I'm being so picky about them. So kind of looks silly. Kind of looks, you know, yeah, kind of looks out of place, but it's okay. They're cow spots. By the time you get the other pieces on, you're gonna notice. So this is gonna go here. Alright, I like that. Let's put this on. Now, what I was thinking, I have my flowers over here, is that I might use a real flower in place of the wood flower. So it does, the kit does come with wood flowers, but I think I'm gonna actually just put a regular flower here. We're gonna put our word on first because I don't want to. So let me show you how to do this. This is vinyl. I cut it off of my Cricut. Yes, I have a Cricut. Some people have silhouettes, silhouettes cameos. I don't know what they're called. Yes, them things. Silhouettes, cameos. I don't know. I have nothing against either one, or you know, any of them. I think there's another one too that's. Oh gosh, I can't think of the name of it. Darn, it's a less popular one, but it's there. It's gonna, for the life of me, I cannot think of it. Any of those are great. I personally just has been with the Cricut, and I absolutely love it. So what I'm doing right here is I just put the transfer tape on. Now, when you take vinyl off, I don't, you know, you see people burnishing, and I don't. I have those. I don't use them. I just use my fingers. I hardly do anything. But never pick your vinyl up this way. Don't take your transfer paper off of there. Instead, lay it upside down and remove your backer. Okay? It just comes up way easier, way nicer, and you saw I didn't have to burnish it for 3 hours or, you know, oh my gosh, let me go back. No, just let it go. Alright, so I'm going to keep this frame on. I could glue it, but I'm going to, I think I'm going to stick it right there. So that's all I did. So now when you take it up, do it slowly because first of all, the faster you go, and if your transfer tape is too sticky, you can always fuzz it, which I should have done because this is very sticky. So be careful so you don't peel the paint up. I always say if you can, and I know it's not always a possibility, but if you can paint, set it aside for the day, and then if you put vinyl on something, do it the next day. But it's never possible. So if you want to fuzz something, this is extremely sticky, just stick it on your shirt. Just like you would those chalk coutures and stuff. get some fuzz on there, and it will still stick. You'll still have no problem with it. Alright, so now I'm going to, this is not cut. I'm going to start gluing this together, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for his eyes, because I don't know. I am not a ahead of time person. I'm just going to be honest with you. I craft as I go. I cannot pick a project and say X, Y, and Z is, no. It's going to be, oh, we're back at the beginning, we're over here. Just because when I start doing something, I'm like, I don't like that. I mean, I have a base plan, but sometimes I don't always stick. I put way too much glue. It's okay, just take some off. I'm going to use my finger. I want to make sure. Now, if this seeps out, don't get worried, because it will dry clear. You just don't want, like, gobs of it. Ooh, that scared me. I'm like, what the hell? And if there's a whole bunch that comes out, again, don't stress over it. Just wipe it off. Really, you don't need a ton of glue. Keep that in mind when you have a good glue. If you don't have a good glue, then yes, you may need lots of it. Get it on there nice and tight. Hold for a second. That's why I like the super glue. It gives it a nice little quick hold once you get it adhered. And then it's on. So that's where we're at right so far. Cute. Now I'm gonna stick, and again I'm gonna paint this because it's gonna stick out to the back too. So while I'm painting those two things, I'm gonna paint the back. I'm gonna paint these two things. I'm gonna paint the back of this too. And the only reason is because you're going to see the back of it when you turn it around. Do you need to paint the whole thing? No, you sure don't. You probably need to paint the little edges, but and that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry about the center part. And I'm not sure what you're going to see on this, so probably see more of the top part, but that's okay. And if you forget to, or you don't, you can always go back and touch it up. It's just harder that way. Now, come back over here, and now I can glue this piece on here, just about like so. So don't go to the edge. Let's see, I made the hole way too big on this one. Oh, it's going to be a pain in the butt. Let's move it up a little bit. Make it, I'm going to turn it just a tiny bit lopsided. See, so you see a little bit on it. Did I overpaint? Absolutely. Was it the first time? Nope. Will it be the last? Absolutely not. Place his little nostrils. I wanted to. Let's see if I want to place them a little further apart. I think that looks good. And again, don't stress the glue comes out, because it did. You can see right here. It's okay, it's fine, everything's okay. Now before I go on, I want to see if I want to do just paint eyes or if I want to actually put little googly eyes on him. I don't want huge eyes, but I'm going to see what size eye I want to do. Do I want to go a little bit bigger? Oh, I think I like that eye better. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay. I think it's cute. So now with the flower, what I want to do, and I think that's what I'm thinking. I think it's gonna look good. Now, if you guys have never seen this trick, which I should have turned up, you use your heat gun, heat tool, heat machine, heat thing. You can open up the flower more if it's all crinkled up. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tick that right here. But what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna save these. These are off of those what are they called? Yeah, no, this plant, this thing. We're gonna get that to lay flat like that. I think that looks good. And then, let's see, what am I missing? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put his feet on first, where I want them. So I want his feet like this. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yes, let's just put some glue here. And some glue over here. Then I'm going to bring in my hot glow. And again, this is just another idea. You don't have to, you can use the pieces that come with the kit. You can just paint the eyes on. You don't have to do all of the extras that I'm doing. I just thought it would be something fun, something different. And we're going to put a little flower right there in the center. So let's put some, I don't know if I have enough hot glue or not, but we're going to try. Let that sit there. Oh, that's so cute. And then I'm going to poke that under there. And I'm going to poke this one over there. Now, before I pick this up, I'm going to glue his little eyes on. I think his eyes are perfect right there. So let me pick this one up. I'm going to put a tiny itty bitty glue right there. These don't require a lot. And tiny bitty glue right there. And look. So cute. Now if you feel that the spots aren't right, again, it's a cow. You can do what you want with them. And the very last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little piece of wire, not big at all. Probably cut too much, but that's okay. And I'm going to attempt to make a hanger. And then he's finished. So I'll use that flower for something else. So let's see how I want to do this. Do I want to stick it through here? And you can use, you don't have to use wire, you can use rope, twine, string, yarn. I just want to make a little so he has a little hanger to hang on. Cut some of this off. Watch your eyes. I always fear, and I know I wear glasses, but I always fear that it's going to fling back and hit me in the eyeball. And this is just going to be a little hanger, nothing. And there you go. So cute, adorable. Part of me thinks as well, you know what? It's part of his eyes are a little bit, I don't know. But anyway, there we go. That is what we have tonight. This is our cow chalkboard kit. If you are interested in this and you want the welcome sign, you can ask for that also. But here you go. This is what we did tonight. I want to thank you all for being here in my craft room tonight. I appreciate y'all for watching. And remember, thoughts always become things. Well, that's not what I say. Things become thoughts. No. I don't even know what I say anymore. Oh my goodness. Thoughts become things and things become treasures. Thank you for joining me in my craft room. You all have an amazing rest of your night. Enjoy tomorrow. And until then, I will see you next time in my craft room. Bye guys.